We always talk about how cash is king for all businesses, small businesses, large businesses, but a big kind of aspect or ratio KPI you can actually monitor is called the cash conversion cycle. I always call it just the cash cycle. Basically, what it means is managing and measuring how long it takes from you to pay vendors for inventory products, let's say, so cash going out versus when cash is coming in from sales and revenue, right? Clearly the goal of that is to have that cash cycle as small as possible versus as large as possible. So kind of let's go through the stages of this. Number one, buying products, buying inventory, paying for those products, right? A couple things that kind of comes into play there is when you buy a product from a vendor, you have to pay before you get the inventory, when you receive the inventory, or on terms. Clearly, the most preferable would be on terms, correct? Where, hey, I received the product, I'm going to pay you in 60 days or 90 days upon receipt, and then I pay you in full for that product. On the other side, on the sales side, when you're selling a product to a customer, there's multiple ways to get paid. If somebody buys you via on your website via Shopify, that means that they're going to pay you right away, right? It's a credit card fee is going to get taken out, but you're getting that revenue and that money in your bank account right away. So there's no terms. Terms, though, when you sell to a distributor or retailer, net 30, net 60, net 90, right? That means when you deliver the product to them, they pay you on the terms. When it's due, that's per the contract. Clearly, a lot of times, sometimes those receivables become past due, right? So kind of three main factors over here, right? On the payable side, when you buy the product. So when do you buy the product? How much product you buy, and what are the terms that go into that with the vendor? On the sales side, when you sell that product, and what are the terms are when you actually receive the money from that product. So kind of a couple things to assess as you go through here is number one on the payment or the payables going out, don't buy too much inventory, especially in an economic climate like we are today. Don't buy this much inventory. Can you kind of cut that in half and buy it in multiple layers so then you're not just sitting on inventory for months and months and months, right? You want to buy inventory, you want to turn it within 2 to 3 to 4 months to a sale and then get paid on that sale. Number two is negotiating terms with your vendors. If there's even if you're kind of let's say that you go from due upon receipt or delivery to net 90 or net 60, can you even like maybe pay them a little bit more if need be, right? If they're like, hey, I'll give you 50 cents more per, whatever the quantity is, but I get net 90 terms versus due upon receipt. That could be something to discuss with them. Yes, it can decrease your margins a bit, but it can increase your cash flow, right? In your cash standpoint there. Let's say you're able to get net 90 terms on the product. What if you can sell that product within 90 days on your website and you're getting paid right away, right? Holy cow. And all of a sudden your cash cycle could almost be zero or close to zero as possible. So on the term side, on the sales side, excuse me, the last thing on the terms is basically, again, having, big box retailers or whatever, where it's net 60, net 30, net 90, try to find a way where you can get paid sooner. Again, giving a discount if paid within X number of days. That's why a lot of times you see that. Cash is king. You can't just, there's not a one size fit all of all vendors over here, of all customers over here. The big point of it is that you don't want to be sitting on cash. Uh, you don't want to be sitting where cash is basically inventory sitting on your shelves without any money being generated from that. The goal is to keep things moving forward from a cycle, from an outflow and an inflow, where the cycle or the time frame from money going out is as small as possible with money going in. So I challenge you all after listening to this to kind of ensure, like, as you're reviewing your business, whether it's an inventory business, which is really what we're talking about today, but even a service-based business, cash cycles exist in all businesses, and try to find a number one, measure where you're at today, and then number two, try to find solutions or opportunities where you can try to decrease that time frame of the cash cycle.